Hi, it's James from Prinden, and I'm going to be answering your questions on mindset. So for me, mindset is how you view things. There's often a mindset and there's an action after. In particular, financial mindset is if it's investments, if it's business, if it's properties. If you're happy with where you're at and you've got a particular goal and you know that you're on the path, then clearly you don't really need to change the way that you think and your action that follows it. But if you are wanting a different outcome at the end with your finances, then you've got to change the way that you think about that particular goal. Like in the morning, if you've got a meeting that you've got to go to, you will wake up in the morning and you'll be thinking about the outfit that maybe you've got to wear, the type of tie. Do you wear a tie? Do you not? What colour shoes do you wear with it? Because how that other person might perceive you in that meeting, the outcome that you're looking for. So it's the same thing with the finance, and that's how I think mindset is. It's mindset and then action after. Well, if you are wanting a different outcome, you're wanting to change the way that your finances are in the future, then clearly you need to think differently, you need to act differently. So you've got to change the way, and depending on your goal and what you're looking for will dictate how much you need to change. If it's a subtle difference that you're looking for, maybe it's just a few different things you can work on with your mindset, which then leads to a different action. If you're looking for a huge change, then you've got to, and sometimes it's more difficult to double your output than it is to do, say, 10 times, because a lot of people, when you're just trying to double something, they keep doing what they're doing but try to do more of it. But if you need to do a significant change, it actually is easy because you just need to change the habits completely, which then can give a 10 times return. So I think there's 4 things actually you can work on for the mindset in terms of improving. So the first one would be, do you actually want to improve? Like, be honest with yourself. If it's something that you're happy with, whether or not it's the relationship or your finances or your job, whatever it is, if you're happy with it, then clearly you don't need to take action and change. If you're not and you really want to have a different outcome in the future, the first thing is identify what it is that you are wanting to do. The second thing is write it down. It's so powerful to actually write down what it is that you are wanting to change and put some whys around it. Why is it? Why do you want it to be different? What impact will that have on you or your family? The third thing is when you've identified what it is that you want to change, the third thing is to take advice. Whether or not you are having a direct coach, whether or not you're listening to things from me, whether or not you're listening to other podcasts or books, but always take advice. Whatever particular area that you're wanting to work on, take advice from someone which is done it or doing it successfully. Would you go down the pub and take, well, I say would you, people do, but they take advice from people that aren't actually doing it themselves, they're failing at it. So make sure you get someone which is credible and doing it. And number 4 would be, don't procrastinate. So many people will put things off because they're trying to reach or search for perfection. I'll wait until it's perfect. The best thing to do is just start and accept that it's never going to be perfect, but the actual failing within the starting process is the best thing that can happen for you. So just start today. So for quotes and books on mindset, I think one of my favourite quotes has always been Einstein when he said that the definition of insanity is when you keep doing the same thing but expecting a different result. So if you are happy with the results that you've got, just keep doing the same things all the time. But if you are wanting a different future, you're wanting the future to be bigger and better than today, then just change your mindset, change your action. Books and people that I follow, Dean Graziosi is someone that I follow his podcasts, and I listen to as a part of my habits on a daily basis. I think he's brilliant. Books wise, Awaken the Giant Within from Tony Robbins. That's a great book, and you can listen. I listen to them on Audible. And then you've got Zig Ziglar's See You at the Top, which is a fantastic book on mindset, giving, helping, collaborating, and just having a great attitude. So for me, I always try to start the day on a positive note. So when I wake up in the morning, I make sure that the first thing I do is I don't grab my phone and look at emails or news or WhatsApps, because they always say that's like playing Russian roulette. You don't really know what you're going to get, and it could set the day up on a negative vibe. So I always wake up and it took a while to practice these things, but now it's a second nature. So I think of 2 things I did really well the day before, and I think of 2 things that I'm grateful for or I appreciate. And it can be something as simple as, you wake up and the pillow feels fresh today, but it sets the day up really, really nice. And then I'll go and have, a green juice or some water or coffee, and then I will write down the things I want to achieve for that day, or things that I'm trying to focus on for the week, or a particular goal. So everything is on my terms. I won't even look at the emails or news or anything like that for a good hour and a half into the day. So you're starting it on a positive, and you're just building upon good preparation, good habits. This is a really interesting one, actually, because a lot of my clients that I've been working with over the years, we all change. We think differently, even though that we might never think we're making changes, but the habits and the thoughts that we have in our mind is really a result of what is going on in our life and around our life at that time. So the easiest way to think of this, who's someone who thinks they can't change, is ask yourself the question honestly: do you think the same now as you did 5 or 10 years ago? And if you're honest with yourself, the answer will be no. You'll be different. You'll have different friends, different habits. Technology is different now. We all watch Netflix as opposed to maybe going to the cinema. We all spend more time maybe on Instagram than we did reading a newspaper. So we act differently, we think differently. As a result of that, we have different friends, different activities that we want to do. We all think differently now because of COVID. Maybe we're all more nervous about traveling now, whereas in 2018 we would have been different. So all I would say is once you've identified a goal and maybe you want a different future, it's very, very easy to just subtly change the habits that you have, and if 5 years or 10 years from now can be significantly different. And there was on this one really good quote, I think it was from Tony Robbins or Jim Rohn, that actually said that everybody overestimates what we can do in 1 year, but massively underestimates what we can do in 5 or 10. So, a little short shift now can make a significant difference in the future. So I think the main thing really is just to continue to follow us. We'll be posting out more regularly about mindset on finances, business and properties. We're always mentioning about tools and techniques to work on, referencing with Dean Graziosi, with audibles, with different podcasts. And I think if you just put that into your life, into your daily habits, you'll naturally start to build up your tools and techniques and things to work on. And if you do want to take a larger action or bigger action towards that, then get in touch with us. We'd love the opportunity to work with you and improve your mindset and your future. And you can get in touch with us and DM us at LinkedIn, Instagram or YouTube.